taco chicken Caesar salad wrap. It is a delightful mashup of two delicious things, and it's really, really easy to pull together. I just grated a bunch of Parmesan. Now I'll get started on the chicken for the wrap. I've got a pretty hot skillet, and I'll add a good amount of olive oil. I've got some diced chicken breast, just enough for 2 wraps. I'm making one for myself along with Paige. Hey, if I'm gonna go to the trouble, I might as well make myself one too. I'll sprinkle on salt and pepper. Now to the chicken, I'm gonna add some taco flavors. About 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of ground cumin. Now I'm just gonna stir it up and make sure the spices, the oil, and the chicken are all mixed together. I'm gonna make the dressing for the wraps. It's a quick Caesar dressing with a little bit of a taco spin. Start with some mayonnaise. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, probably about ½ a cup. And some Dijon. I really like quick Caesar dressings. When I make Caesar dressing from scratch, it's a little bit of a lengthy process of the garlic and the anchovies. It takes a little bit more time. Some Worcestershire sauce and some garlic salt. No peeling and chopping of cloves. Good little time saver. Now for the taco component, I'm gonna add a good spoonful of adobo sauce from a can of chipotle peppers. Oh, why not another little spoonful? And then I'll stir this together. You can make a really big batch. It keeps nice in the fridge. Now I'm gonna chop up some romaine lettuce, which of course is a nod to the Caesar component of this salad. I'm just gonna put the lettuce straight into the dressing bowl. And then I'll use tongs to start tossing it a bit. Now here's where some of the Parmesan comes in. You can also make the dressing in a blender and add the Parmesan there, and it just sort of breaks it all up and the Parmesan becomes one with the dressing. That is delicious too. Okay, I've got 2 big flour tortillas, and I'll start by adding a whole bunch of the salad. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a gap on top and then really load it up. Now I'm gonna add some cheddar cheese. This is for the taco salad side of things. And I have some beautiful halved grape tomatoes. The point is to add so much to the wrap that you're almost afraid it won't close. Then you know it's gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna check on the chicken. It looks absolutely fantastic. So I'll spoon it on. I'm gonna sprinkle on a little more Parmesan. I mean, you don't know whether it's a taco salad or a chicken Caesar salad, and that's exactly what my plan was. Now I am going to attempt to roll this up. I'll tuck in the bottom so everything won't fall out, and then I'll just fold the 2 sides over as tight as I can, and then I'll start with a little piece of paper just to make it easy for Paige to eat on the run. I'll wrap it with a little bit sticking out. To be safe, I'll roll this whole thing up in foil. So easy. When I'm home by myself for lunch, as I am today, I love to make one of my favorite 16-minute salads, grilled chicken and strawberry salad. And you can eat it either as a salad or a wrap. Now I'll start by making a super simple dressing. It's just a balsamic vinaigrette, and it's gonna double as a marinade for the chicken. I've got 3 parts olive oil, and I'll add 1 part balsamic vinegar. And then I'll just sprinkle in a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I'll just put the lid on the jar and shake it up. I don't know how people ever made salad dressings before mason jars were invented. They're so handy. Okay, perfect. Now I have a boneless, skinless chicken breast inside the bag. I just want to get it to a uniform thickness so it'll grill evenly. Okay, that is perfect. Now I'm going to do a quick marinade of this chicken, and I mean quick. I'll just pour in about 1/4 of the dressing, give or take. And then I'll just seal the bag. This is such strong dressing, and it's gonna give the chicken a nice flavor. Okay, that should be good. Now, I've been heating a grill pan over medium-high heat, and I'll just grab the chicken and get it right on. And while the chicken cooks, I'll start working on the other ingredients for the salad. I've got some beautiful red, shiny strawberries, and I'm gonna just use a spoon to get the hull out. And then I'll just slice these up pretty thinly. You can quarter them or slice them, or you can even leave them whole if you want to. Alrighty. Oh, that chicken already smells so good. Now I've got a couple of green onions, and I'll slice off the ends, put them over with the strawberry hulls, and then I'll just slice them really thinly. All right, the strawberries and onions are ready. So I'll check on the chicken. Ooh, boy, it looks gorgeous. Okay, I love to put different kinds of nuts in my salad. I have some pecans, and I'll just chop them up. I have some beautiful salad greens. I washed them and drained them, and I'll get them into a bowl. This has pretty much every kind of lettuce you can imagine. Okay, that should be more than enough. Now, I'll just pile the strawberries on top. Such a pretty combination. They were meant to go together. And then for flavor, the sliced green onions. And then a good pile of chopped pecans. They make the salad nice and crunchy. Now I'll chop up the chicken. All right, and I'll just get it on the salad with all that beautiful cool stuff. Now on goes a little bit more of the dressing / marinade. What I love to add to this salad is a little crumbled goat cheese. It's so good. All right, and just give it a toss. Okay, that is one beautiful salad, but I am gonna turn it into a wrap. I love the salad in a wrap, it's so good. I've got a whole wheat tortilla, and I'll just put a good amount of salad right down the middle. I wanna be sure to get strawberries and goat cheese. I want it to be loaded. Okay, one more little piece of strawberry. Now, the question always is, am I gonna be able to wrap this wrap? I tend to put a lot of salad in these things. Ah, it closed. It worked. Slice it on a diagonal right down the middle. Oh, and there it is. I think I'm gonna eat it right here. Start by getting some sliced red onions into a small skillet. I've got just a bit of butter in there. Let the onions sit until they get nice and caramelized. Now I have 3 cans of garbanzo beans, and I drained them and rinsed them really well. I'll add a little bit more than 1/3 cup of tahini. I've got a bunch of minced garlic. I'll slice a lemon in half, and I'll squeeze in some juice. I also like to add cumin to my hummus, about a 1/2 teaspoon, a little bit of salt. And now I'll start to pulse it up. I'll help it along with about 1/3 cup of water. When it's pretty much done, I drizzle in a little bit of olive oil. So I'm gonna let it sit. Now I'll move forward with some of the other ingredients for the wrap. A quick balsamic vinaigrette that starts with 3/4 of a cup of olive oil and balsamic. And then just a little salt and pepper and shake it up. I have just some mixed greens. Pour just some of the balsamic over. I'm gonna use a spinach tortilla, and I'm just gonna lightly grill both sides of the tortilla. I've got a jar of roasted red peppers. I'll just slice them into strips. Now I'll flip the tortilla. I'll grab 2 or 3 canned artichoke hearts. Tortillas should be ready. I'm gonna start with the hummus right in the center of the onions. I'm just gonna take them right out of the pan. I'll just lay the other ingredients on. Finally, just a few crumbles of feta cheese. Now it's time to wrap things up. Keep all the ingredients in. Just slice it in half. I am totally going for it. First, I cooked some crumbled breakfast sausage, removed it to a plate, and I've been cooking the eggs in the same pan. I just seasoned them with salt and pepper, but they're getting all that flavor from the sausage, so these wraps are gonna be delicious. The eggs look amazing. They're fluffy and just about fully cooked. So just to add a little color, I'm gonna dump in a jar of drained pimentos. All right, the eggs are done. So now I've got all the elements ready, and I'm going to assemble the wraps. I've got a flour tortilla, and I'm gonna start by adding cheese. I've got American cheese here, and I'm just gonna overlap 2 slices right in the center of the tortilla. And then I'll use a spoon to scoop on probably 1/3 a cup of the egg mixture. And then this crumbled sausage goes on. This is getting pretty full. I am going to put a hash brown patty on top. These are frozen hash brown patties, and I just baked them in the oven until they were crisp. So 1 goes on. You guessed it, maple syrup. I'm gonna drizzle just a small amount over the hash brown patty. You know those breakfasts where you have like French toast or pancakes, scrambled eggs on the pan, and you get everything all mixed up? Well, that's basically what this wrap is all about. Don't knock it till you try it. This is incredible, just having that little hint of sweet. So to roll the wrap, I'm gonna tuck up the edges and then just tuck it all in while I roll. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as you get everything safely tucked inside. This sweet and savory breakfast wrap is ready to go. So I'm gonna build 7 more just like this one, and then I'll fry them on both sides until they're crisp. So that's all 8 wraps made. And the next step is to cook them seal side down on a griddle in melted butter for about a minute. Then when they're golden, I'll flip them over, cook them for another minute on the other side, and when they're deliciously golden on that side too, I'll take them off onto a board. Look at these sweet and savory breakfast wraps. They're basically a glorified burrito. So all you have to do is let them cool, wrap them in parchment, put them in the freezer, and then whenever somebody needs one, you just pop it in the microwave inside the parchment, go 2 minutes, then turn it over, another 2 minutes, and it's ready to eat. Be careful because the insides are very, very hot. Cooking some sausage, just regular breakfast sausage. I kind of crumbled it into big chunks. So just eggs, salt, pepper, and milk. That's all this is. And I'll pour it into the same pan that I used to cook the sausage. Okay, now I'm just gonna scramble these eggs, straight up scrambled eggs, nothing fancy about it. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the eggs and just let them sit. So now I am going to build the crispy morning wrap, and it is so much fun. So you've got to start with a big tortilla, flour please, and then I'll add some cheese, cheddar cheese, and Monterey Jack cheese. So the sausage that I made earlier, I'm gonna add as much as I can get on there. Yum, yum, yum. And now come the eggs, or eggs. Eggs. However you like to say it. Boop. And then a little more. Boop. And then I'm gonna get some salsa. And then I've got some sliced avocado. Oh, and you know what? There's something in the oven that I forgot about. Just pop it right there. Oh, those are hot. Little hash brown coins, okay? This is this is looking pretty hilarious. Oh, sour cream, that's right. And then it's just about folding in the sides, okay? So, and then fold up the other 2 sides. And then, look.
Wow.
And then it's kind of a neat little square. Look how cute that is. And then what you want to do is put it immediately, I should have just put it straight in there, into the skillet with the olive oil. Okay, now I'm gonna cook it on the first side until it's golden. It's already time to flip. Boop. When you put the seam side down first, it kind of just seals it, so you can make sure it's gonna stay closed.
The big reveal.
I mean, emphasis on big, my word. Oh, it's so crispy, listen.
Yum.
So I've got a really big tortilla, and watch this page. This is this is going to amaze you. I just made a slice in the tortilla, but I started halfway and I only made one little cut on half of the circle, if that made any sense. So on one quadrant, I'm gonna spread pesto. So on top of the pesto, can I help you, sir?
He wants some
Can I help
pesto.
You'll have to wait, Duke. So on top of the pesto, I'm putting Parmesan cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Ree, you silly girl. And then the next quadrant, I like to act like this is a math formula. I'm gonna put some spinach, sliced pepperoncinis or banana peppers, and sliced olives. I could go be alone with this little bowl of olives. Get myself into some trouble. And then on the third quadrant, I'm gonna add some marinara sauce. All right. So I'm using frozen meatballs that I took out of the freezer and thawed. And I'll just cover up the marinara with meatballs. I cut them in half just to make them not so bulky. And then for the final quadrant, all it needs is cheese. That's something the quadrant and I have in common. All it needs is cheese. I should have a t-shirt that says that. Okay, so this is what's so cool about this tortilla situation. So watch this page. You're gonna wanna come in here. So you take the first one, fold it over. The Parmesan went everywhere because I added too much. Kind of press it together. And then fold it over the third.
Ooh.
And then, yes, you guessed
Fold
it.
it over again.
Fold it over the cheesy section, and you're left with this amazing wedge, basically. So I'm gonna put this into a skillet with melted butter, and I'm gonna grill it until it's golden and the cheese is melted. Alrighty, let's take a look. You ready?
Ready.
Ooh.
Listen to that sizzle. Okay, I am going to think positively and just assume that this is ready. So basically, those social media types usually will like cut it in half right down the center. And then we will see what kind of trouble we actually got into.
Reveal.
You ready? What does it look like?
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Wow, amazing. And you know what I love about this is it's perfect for like teenagers or college students, and it's perfect for their parents too. Lad would absolutely devour this. All right, go out and make your own tortilla wrap. Have some fun. Make sure there's beef in it. I'm starting with the cream cheese mixture, and this is gonna go on all 3 tortillas. It's just a mixture of cream cheese and pesto. So then I have 3 different colors of tortilla. Look. Isn't that fun?
Wow.
I'm gonna start with the spinach, and I'm gonna take probably a third of the cream cheese mixture, which looks like a lot, and then I'm gonna spread it out until it totally covers the tortilla. And these get rolled up and sliced, so you just wanna make sure the cream cheese mixture goes to the very, very edge. Otherwise, you will wind up with lonely, sad, depressing end pieces that don't have any substance whatsoever, literally. Okay, and so this is gonna be a veggie version. So I've got sun-dried tomatoes, and I'm just gonna sprinkle everything over. Now I've got some artichoke hearts, and they're chopped really fine. And then my weakness, olives. And then some chopped spinach. Roll them up and then just put them seam side down. Okay, second tortilla pinwheel is gonna be sort of a meaty variety. So on goes the cream cheese. So now I've got a mixture of pepperoni, yum yum.
Is this a charcuterie wrap?
That's what this is, a charcuterie wrap.
Ding, ding, ding.
Salami. I've got some prosciutto. This is kind of elevated here. Just whatever you have works in a tortilla pinwheel. Swiss cheese. Alex for the win, calling this a charcuterie tortilla wrap, tortilla pinwheel. Okay, so I'll wrap this up. And when you do roll it up, you wanna tuck as you go. So then when you get to the point of slicing it, you don't have like big gaps in the center. Now, really the secret to these is making them ahead of time and then popping them in the fridge. So I'm doing a spicy version, and this is a jalapeno cheddar tortilla, which is kind of exciting. And then I just have these sweet mini peppers that you buy in the grocery store in bags, sliced thin, and some hot cherry peppers, and those go over. And then some arugula, which is sort of inherently spicy. And then pepper jack cheese, and then roll this up. Okay, so 3 kinds of tortilla pinwheels. Check it out, Paige.
Wow. So beautiful. I love the color.
Spicy, veggie, and just charcuterie. So, hold that thought. I'm gonna slice them up, but I've already got some that I made and they're in the fridge. I'm gonna unwrap and slice all of these and then put them on the platter. Once I get the rolls unwrapped, I'll slice off and discard the ends. Then I'll cut the rest into neat slices. You get about 9 or 10 pinwheels from each roll. The veggie ones, the meaty ones, and the spicy ones all go right onto platters. I like to mix them up. And that, my friends, is all there is to it. Well, I ran out of platter space, but look at these, Paige.
That's beautiful.
Look how cute. It looks like a sushi board. Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Which one should I eat?
That one.
The spicy one? Okay.
Yeah.
Mmm. Winner.